this didn't exactly take the first time, so I'm gonna try it again. Gonna try and be quicker. We're gonna start from a new save. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time editing or anything. My characters or any of that, but I'm gonna very briefly try to explain what I'm doing. So this game, I'm just gonna play as a male. The female characters have like a little bit of unique dialogue and some stuff in this game, but generally speaking, either gender can accomplish all the same things as one another. We're gonna start as a father who was a veteran warrior. We were a street urchin who became a blacksmith, and we were forced out of our home, and that's why we're an adventurer. So, I can skip the tutorial, I've done that a lot already. Now, intelligence and charisma are going to be the two strongest attributes to start within the game. Intelligence is really strong because every time you level it up, you get an extra skill point to use. So we're going to go ahead and pump 2 points into that. Next, charisma is really strong because it governs all of our leader skills. And leader skills are what we can use to upgrade how many soldiers we can lead, how many prisoners we can take, how well we can trade. So next 2 points, charisma. Now, what are the most important skills in the game? Well, you have your personal skills. Those are all your combat abilities. If you just want to focus on being really good at combat, you can do that. These are mostly all at the top. It's largely these personal skills. Next, you have your party skills. Stuff like tracking. Technically, trainer is a personal skill, but it affects your party. It's actually one of the best skills in the game. Out of the top 3 skills I would recommend for this whole game, I would say trainer is right there, pathfinding is right there, and where is it? Surgery. Those are your top 3 skills. Surgery is a party skill. Party skills will affect your team, and it just makes you your company better in some way. And you'll have companion characters that can pick up these party skills as well and contribute to the company and to your army in that way. So that's what makes party skills really useful. So the reason trainer is the best is because you'll be able to use it to, once you get to higher levels basically, you'll be able to massively train armies essentially overnight. It'll be super quick, and you'll get really high level troops really fast, which makes becoming a king or a regent or a lord or something so much easier, because you can garrison these troops in your castles or cities really quick. You can use them in sieges. Having high level troops in this game is just strong. Pathfinding, super good because it just makes your map speed a lot faster. This will help you get away from enemies that you don't want to fight and catch the ones that you do. So all around, I think it's just a great skill. Also, as your party gets bigger, when you start building up those 100, 200 man armies, pathfinding will help you continue to move at a decent pace and be able to catch those pesky lords and counts that keep hounding you. And surgery is good simply because of the fact that every point you put into it is a % chance that your soldiers don't die. If they don't die, you don't gotta replace them, you just gotta wait for a little bit and they'll heal right back up. Now, I don't personally usually like taking the healing skills on my character, since they're party skills. As I said, I like to pick up a companion that can take those skills for me. So I'm going to go ahead and take looting, because looting will give us some early loot from when we take battles. And I'm also going to go ahead and put some points into pathfinding and gonna go ahead and max level that up because I want to be able to move really fast. I'm also going to put some points in prisoner management. It's really useful for getting some money early game. You'll be able to capture enemies that you knock out instead of killing, and you can sell them for money to ransom brokers. So we'll get a couple points there. Going to throw a point in leadership. That just increases our party size. In the beginning, we're not going to have a very high party size, but it can't hurt. And then lastly, I want this character, as far as his combat abilities and weapon skills to go, I want him to be able to throw javelins or axes or knives or something, and use a lance on horseback, and have a sword for normal combat. So we're going to take Power Throw 2 and upgrade our one-handed skill as much as I can and call it. We're just going to name this character spell. Not going to spend very much time customizing. What's up, Landon? I'm doing the stream right now to try and like make a guide for my brother. So yeah, I'm actually live, but there's of course no one watching. I'm watching my own stream to make sure everything goes smoothly, but make sure it's not crashing. But some of these hairstyles are kind of gross, not gonna lie. Alright, that's alright. Every good hero needs a mustache, right? We're gonna make him really young and move on. Alright, for our starting kingdom, I'm gonna go ahead and start with the Vagers. You don't have to, but generally speaking, to do what I'm gonna do, to get money really quickly at the beginning of the game, the Vagers is gonna be the best place to start. This guy's going to give us our first quest. We're going to go ahead and do it too on our own time, but we're going to go ahead and do it because it'll give us a little bit of money, and it will introduce us to kind of how this world works a little bit. So, to start, he wanted us to go and recruit people, and you can go to the tavern and recruit people from time to time. You'll have people like this show up, but these guys are really expensive. We only have like 100, 200 gold or dinars right now. They're gonna cost 1,500. This is a scam. We don't need to recruit from here. So where we're actually gonna go is, what the heck? What is this? Did I get attacked by bandits or something? Oh, I guess I did. I got attacked by deserters. That's interesting. I guess I'm fighting them one-on-one. Well, what you'll find inside of combat is if you're on horseback, you're already better than anyone who isn't. Unfortunately, these guys are on horseback. I probably can't take them, so I'm just gonna retreat. Do I have to keep fighting them? This is the weirdest start I've had. Alright, well, I guess I'll try and fight them. I have not had this happen where I've been attacked immediately right out the gate. Looks like their horses might be the same speed or a little bit faster than mine. It's okay. So all I'm going to try and do is not get immediately murdered, and I'm just going to try and hit them off their horses. Shoot, and 0 damage. It's kind of fun when you can skirt people around trees, because the AI does not know how to like ride with them very well, or like get around terrain. Oh, I kind of messed up here. If you ever get into a situation like this where you're surrounded by enemies, the best thing you can do is just hold up your shield. It'll take hits for you and make sure you don't go down. There we go, that was a good one. So like I said, I'm just going to try and get these guys off horseback. And if I can do that, I can probably win this, make my life a little easier. Generally speaking, you don't want to take fights where you're the only one against a group of enemies. Would not advise this. I was trying to get away, but I don't want to surrender because they might take me prisoner, and that's going to be a long, annoying process. The horses are tough, though, so that's kind of annoying. I have to be careful because some of these guys have lances, and with a lance they can just run into you and essentially take you out. So we don't want that to happen. Every time you see one of them dip their lance, that's them getting ready to do damage, massive damage. Yep. Like I said, bad situation, just hold the shield. Ah, I got one off horseback. So look, this is so much easier now when they're off horseback because you can outmaneuver them so quickly. They're just so much slower without their horses. So if you're ever having trouble with enemies on horseback like this, just kill their horse. I know that's sad, but it's so much easier. There we go, got one down. Only 10 more to go. Well, at the very least, even if I lose this, I know I'm gonna level up my character a ton with all these hits I'm landing. I don't want to trade too many damage, or too much damage for hitting them, because they outnumber me so bad. With people who have shields up, I need a little bit more distance to do it, but what you can do sometimes is you can run into them and they'll take an initial charge damage from your horse, and then you just have to, oh shoot. That's what I'm talking about when I say that lance damage. Yeah, so they're gonna take me prisoner now. Well, that sucks. Okay, so I finally escaped or whatever. That's fine. So, anyways, all I was going to do before that weird battle is you go to a local village or town, just the smaller villages, and you can recruit volunteers. And this is the easiest way to get troops for really cheap. As you can see, I only have 180 dinars, so that's all we're going to do. And I'm going to head back over to the city we started at. That was so weird that they attacked like that. I've never been attacked by a group of enemies like that in the very starting part of the game, but that's alright. A little bit of a rough start, but sometimes that's how this game goes. So we only needed to recruit, like, I think it was 10 guys to start the mission. We're already up at 6, so we just need a couple more. There we go. There should be plenty. Alright. Now the merchant's gonna tell us to go hunt down some bandits. They're gonna spawn right outside the village somewhere. Or this town. They should. Oh, there they are. Right here. Couldn't see them. Okay, so we're just gonna go fight these guys. Now that I have like 12 people in my army or so, this isn't gonna be a problem. This is gonna be super easy. These enemies also I don't think have horses, so it just makes our life so much easier. What happened in that last battle, the reason I lost against the 10 people, is I just accidentally got caught in a bad spot, slowed down too much, and essentially one of them was going fast enough to hit me with their lance, and it's just an insta-kill. Which is unfortunate, but as I mentioned, it does happen. Should have been a little bit more careful, I guess. I'm starting to get a little confident, because I was actually fighting 10 people by myself, and now losing. Okay. Some of this equipment might be better than what I have currently. Yeah, I think 22 overall is better than that. So go and throw that on. Throw the hat on. My boots do 14, so that's fine. Okay. So now that we know where Kidnapper's hideout is, I'm actually not going to finish that quest yet, because I'm going to start us on this little merchant loop. It's a really easy way to make money really fast in this game, especially off the start. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by going to Kara City. This city has the cheapest iron prices in the whole map. So we're also going to hit some of the villages nearby. We're going to go visit them to recruit more troops to increase our party size. What's up, Adam? I'm doing a stream. I'm going to send it to my brother. It's like a little guide to how to start this game off. Yeah. In case you were wondering who I was talking to. So we're going to stop by each of these villages. Because I want to recruit more people. I want to get a party size of about 20 or 30. And then I want to get... Sometimes they will have more, gosh, these archers are killing me. Be careful. Okay, as I say that, I misguide my horse. Wow. This is probably my roughest start yet. Well, that sucks. Oh well. Sometimes these villages will have cheap versions of whatever it is you're trying to buy as well. So we'll get the recruits I mentioned, and we're looking for iron. They don't have any here. We're not going to buy any of the rest. So we're going to head on to the main city. Okay, so when we go to the marketplace, goods, look at that. They have a ton of iron. So sometimes these iron prices will get up to be about 300 dinars a piece you can sell them for. So the idea is we want to be able to buy as much of them as we can. And thankfully, since I started as a blacksmith, we have these tools which sell for quite a bit. So I'm going to trade that in basically to buy, looks like maybe just 2 pieces. No, just 1. That's all I can afford. It's fine. But we're buying it for 229. So, oh, and I'm gonna check the tavern to see if there's a companion in this area I'm looking for named Ymira, who's one of the best companions in my opinion in this game, because of the fact that she starts at level 1, so you can kind of turn her into whatever you need her to be as far as skills go. She can be your healer, your engineer, whatever. So after Kura, we're going to buy whatever iron we can. I can only afford one. It's fine. We're going to move on to this next town, and we're going to try to make it to the city of Rivacheg. And the reason we're going to Rivacheg is because they have the cheapest raw silk. Raw silk will sell from anywhere to 5 to 700 dinars. So that's really good for making money. Oh, and look, this city had a really cheap, some cheap iron too. I can't buy it, but that's why we check these towns a lot of times when we're doing these early runs. Also, with my band of 18, I could probably take 11 deserters, but I don't know if I move fast enough to catch them yet, so we're not going to worry about it. We're just going to move on to the city. There's all these bandits around, so one of the nice things about this area is when you're in Rivacheg to Wurcheg. Wurcheg has good salt prices, so you can kind of do this trading loop where you travel from Kura to Rivacheg to Wurcheg, and you can get cheap raw iron or cheap iron at Kura to sell, cheap silk at Rivacheg to sell, and cheap salt at Wurcheg, and so you can sell in between these cities, and a lot of times you can make some good profit. On top of that, though, in between this city and this city, you have Sea Raiders. And Sea Raiders are the strongest bandits in the game. We actually have a small group of them following me, trying to attack me. And we're going to fight them. Because they drop, they essentially drop the best armor out of any bandits inside the game. They're really strong, and considering how the start of this video has gone already, I'm probably going to have some trouble with them, but we're going to try and take them. They throw axes, they have strong longbowmen. They're essentially the equivalent of the Nord Nation's veteran soldiers, so they're pretty strong. And if you get a big enough party that can take them, that's trained well enough, you want to fight them and kill them, because they drop good stuff that sells for a lot of money. I think right now I'm at a disadvantage, actually, because even though I have numbers, they're so much well armored and well equipped than my troops. I'm considered to be disadvantaged. Also, I'm low on health. I did not account for that. So I'm going to back up a little bit and try to get some cheeky shots off. These guys, as prisoners, will also sell for quite a bit of money, too. They'll sell for anywhere from, I want to say, 50 to 100 dinars. So if you have a high prisoner management skill, you can make a lot of money off of fighting these guys. Well, I say you can, you have to win. Hopefully I can pull this out. We'll see. I'm on horseback though, and they're not, so I have the advantage. I just have to not get taken down by the fact that they have a really strong longbowman. Okay, he's down, so this last guy should be no problem. There we go. So see, this is all their stuff. So now I wanted to get throwing weapons, now I can go ahead and equip those javelins. This mail is pretty strong, quite a bit stronger than anything else you'll get this early in the game. Same with their helmets. So we're going to go ahead and take all that. It's just automatically better than what I already had. This sword, our current sword is better, so we're going to stick with it. None of these guys are going to drop a lance because they won't ever be mounted on horseback. So I'm going to go ahead and equip this axe. So I have, oh, I don't have enough skills for that. Requires power throwing 3, that's fine. I'll throw on a battle axe, why not? And we'll take the rest. And so that will get us a lot of early game money to sell. Doesn't matter that we lost a lot of troops. I leveled up twice. It's really good. We're going to put both those levels into intelligence, because having strong early game intelligence is just so good. And Engineer is a late game ability for when you're sieging castles and cities. I wouldn't worry about it right now. Don't really care about tactics on our character. We are going to put a point into Trainer. I think I'm going to put some points into some early combative skills. We'll level up Riding one time, and why not get Trainer high again? Trainer's so strong. I'm going to put some points into Throwing. And since I'm using javelins, it might come in handy to have polearm skills, but for now I'm using a lot of my sword. So there we go. Yeah, lost a lot of troops. Doesn't really matter. If anything, that just makes our party faster because it's smaller now, so we can get to Rivacheg quicker to buy raw silk. And this is pretty much the easiest way to make money early in the game, is you farm these sea raiders. Oh, there's the companion I wanted, Ymira, I was talking about. We'll go ahead and pick her up right now. She's completely free as a good starting companion, so that's why she's one of my favorite early game companions to pick up. And then I don't think I picked up any prisoners, but if I had, sometimes these taverns have ransom brokers, and that's where you can sell your prisoners at. Also for now, I need to. Doesn't look like they have any raw silk at the moment. Unfortunately, sometimes they don't have it in inventory, so you just move on to the next city. We can sell the iron for a slight profit. Very slight, unfortunately. But I'm going to go ahead and equip Ymira, and I'll call that for the video. That's basically how you get a good start in this game. You farm Sea Raiders, and I forgot she has like no strength off the start, so I'll have to level her up. But for now, there's a few things I can give her, like the boots and stuff. That's basically how you get a good start in this game, is you simply just, you farm Sea Raiders, and you travel between those cities. You buy the goods cheap where you can, and sell them for a lot where you can. And eventually, you'll get enough money that you can start buying businesses, and that moves you into the next phase of this game. Also, the shields that these Nords drop are really good because they have some of the biggest, their size and how much area of your character they cover is one of the largest in the game, and they have some of the highest durability. So I would pretty highly recommend the Nordic shields for you or any of your companions. I'm gonna go ahead and actually equip us both with one. And she should be able to use a sword as long as it doesn't require any skills or attributes, because she starts at, as I mentioned before, she starts at level 1. And so, some people see that as a curse. I see it as a good thing, because, like I said before, you get to pretty much level her up into anything that you need her to be, any type of character. Also, when it comes to your companions, the two most important things you can equip them with is a good shield and a good horse. They will live and survive on the battlefield infinitely times longer if you give them a good horse and a good shield. But that's going to be it. I hope this helps. I'm gonna go ahead and save the game.